Hello everybody, we are here for Begin the Conversation. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Alright, today we are here to begin the conversation, and today's topic is what's normal anyway. And before we start, I'm going to go ahead and introduce my panel. Bonita?
Hi, I'm Benita Antoinette. I'm a blogger, creative director at BenitaAntoinette.com. My Instagram handle is at BenitaAntoinette.
Hi, my name is Cece or Charnicia Curtis. I am owner and fitness trainer of Fearless Fitness, DFW, located in Richardson, Texas.
Alright, and this is my lovely ladies on my panel. So, with Ferocious HMR, it's all about self-acceptance, selfishness, and self-sufficiency. And I feel like with that brings balance within your self-love. So, today I just want to always introduce this panel as women from all walks of life, or just people in general, so that we can all connect, because at the end of the day, we're all the same. So that's why I wanted to start with what's normal anyway. And when we're discussing what's normal anyway, we're discussing why society and people who don't know themselves always want to label individuals. So that's our topic for today. So ladies, chime in.
All right. So we're talking about what's normal anyway. Well, to me, there's no such thing as normal. Normal is being yourself. That's short form. There is no normal.
I would agree. I mean, growing up, I always heard like you're not normal, so I would always relate myself to like what's normal. So then I would try and figure out what's normal, because people are like, that's weird. Like you're not normal. Like you're like super loud, or whatever. So like, why do you laugh loud? Like, why are you supposed to laugh quiet? So it starts to make you rethink who you are. So as I've gotten older, I realized that nobody is normal. Like you said, I don't think that there is a normal. I think everybody is their own individual. I think that some people can't relate to other people, and that's why they label people of not being normal, or if it doesn't relate to something that they have experienced, and it's not normal.
Okay, I love that. And so, as when I was growing up, because I wasn't raised in an urban area or anything like that, and I spoke proper, the black kids will always say, you sound like a white girl. And I'm like, what the heck does that mean? And I'm like, it just always made me feel like an outsider, and I always connected with other races because they never judged me or whatever. And black people always just seemed to like grind on me for being who I was, and sometimes that did kind of put me in a hole, and just I couldn't connect with black people. But as I got older, I'm like, this is me. You don't like it, then oh well. I'm just being me, and I feel comfortable with being me. And I feel like when people are not trying to be comfortable as themselves, it just makes everything harder. So it's like, be less of other people, be more of you, and then that brings you balance. So ladies, when it comes to being yourself, what do you guys do to remain yourself and not be like other people?
Y'all want me to go first on this one? For me, I feel like being myself is always remaining grounded in who I am. I show up who I am every day. I dress how I want to dress. I talk how I want to talk. And one of the things I do in the morning just to make sure I'm in touch with myself, because I feel like you got to be in touch with yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually. Because when you leave out the door in the morning, there's always different things. People are attacking you, your character, who you are. So for me, I start my morning out with, okay, what do I want to accomplish today? And that starts with me, being myself. Yeah. When I show up to work, I'm myself. My coworkers, they will tell you like, girl, you don't care who in the room, you're gonna be yourself. And just being, for me, for me, it's being humble, remaining loyal. I just remember where I come from, I guess. I didn't grow up rich. I didn't grow up with money. So I'm humble, but I remember, you know, my mom, my upbringing. So for me, I stay rooted in that. And then if you're rooted in who you are, when you walk out in the world, it's nothing they can do to take you away from you.
Benita, thank you, girl. You started the day on the conversation. Cece.
I mean, I would agree with her. I mean, prior to almost a year ago, like I was one of those people who just woke up and like hit the ground running. Like I literally roll out of bed, get dressed, hurry up, go to work, and then you find yourself always feeling like you're in a rush. You're always feeling like I think I would allow people to judge me a little bit more because I didn't take the time to slow down and figure out, okay, what, like you said, like what's my goal today, or like what am I trying to accomplish, or you know, anything like that. So now I literally wake up 2 hours before I'm supposed to be at work, and that's just I drink tea. I do like some stupid shit, like. I drink tea, I sit there and quiet, I do a devotion, like, and then I might like clean up the kitchen if I have extra time. Like I spend a lot of time just in like literally sitting in quiet and just kind of letting my thoughts flow.
Yeah.
So that way I'm able to process, okay, well, what do I want to look like today?
Yeah.
Like, because I think women, we look differently every day. Like we feel differently every day. So if I want to look like Erykah Badu today, I'm gonna wrap up my
Yeah.
So I think it's important to like spend time by yourself. I think that we like the world now is so everything is fast paced and instant, and you can pick up your phone and just be on Instagram or whatever. So it's really hard to just sit and just be quiet and just really think about like, okay, who am I really, and like be able to process that.
And that's funny that you guys both brought up great conversations. I just posted on Ferocious HMR this week about contributing to your self-love. And I feel like a lot of people, like you said, don't take out the time to be by themselves, because when you're by yourself, there are so many things that you learn about yourself that you never have known before. So I always feel like we're always so fast to do this, do that, be on our phone. It's like we're more connected to stuff that has nothing to do with us internally. So I feel like that is great. Sip your tea, do devotionals, twerk, do whatever you gotta do that makes you feel good before you go out into that world. So yes, and so since the conversation is what's normal anyway, I know that we all have some common things. So what kind of music do you ladies like?
Okay, so I have to go through my musical round of the day, because I start my day because I'm in the morning. I'm most creative, so I listen to creative music. Actually, Spotify has a great playlist. It's called Creative Music to Fuel Your Creativity. So it's a mix of like orchestra music. It's just random weird music, but it gets your brain moving. So I start my day with that, and then on my drive into work, I'm trapping it out. I'm a part-time hustler in my mind. I'm on the corner slinging as I'm driving into my corporate 9 to 5. So I listen to trap music on my way to work.
Okay.
And then I'm usually trapping it out for about 2 or 3 hours. And then by that time, everybody's got on my nerves, so I gotta switch to some R&B or some gospel, calm me down, because all the stress of the day is now catching up with me. So I'll do some kind of calm R&B, some soul music, and then on the way home, I may trap it out a little bit to get me through the the rush hour.
Okay, rush hour. Yeah.
And then probably end my day with like some evening chill music. That could be some R&B, maybe a little bit of country every now and then. I listen to everything. That's like my playlist for the day.
Okay, Cece.
I'll do gospel in the morning.
Okay.
I can't say I listen to gospel. I give Jesus his time.
First thing you know.
It's me and you. So I'll listen to gospel in the morning, and then I really like hardcore rap. Like,
Really?
I like Nipsey.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh,
R&B, Nipsey,
And Don Kennedy. So it's
that
that
is so crazy. And Cece, are you from Dallas?
no, I'm California.
Okay.
I mean, my family is
The funny thing is, I love Dom Kennedy. Like, I like all that type of music. People are like, you're so weird. You like everything. No, I like people who don't get the recognition that they need. Like, the most dopest artists are the ones that don't get a lot of recognition because they're so different from everybody. So, what else? What else?
And then I do R&B. I mean, like when I'm at home, I like to listen to R&B. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
Also, I'm the only one trapping it out like 9 to 5.
No, see,
I'm not trying to do that. I'm a trainer, so I'm a personal trainer. I'm trapping out all day. Yeah, but sometimes I just gotta cut it off. I need,
So me, I'm all over the place. I do give Jesus his time. I give a little Kurt Franklin stomp. Like, okay, I do a little bit of that. And then during the day when I'm at work, because I have a 9 to 5, I got track music on. Because if I don't bust somebody in their face, I gotta put the headphones in. It's Beats by Dre. That's what I have going. And they be like, Candace, can you turn your music down? No, I'm in my serene moment, so leave me alone. When I'm headed to school, which is a 45-minute ride, I'm probably listening to my little self-help books on audio. If y'all get the audio app, it's free for 3 months. Just free, and after that you can always talk to them until give me it for $7 a month. You're trying to save money. And then when I come home, I have my, okay, don't take this wrong when I say this. I have my weed playlist.
Yeah. The chill. Even chill.
I have my weed playlist. I got a little Janae on there because the girl voice me just, ooh, she just put me in that mood. And then I got some Common, he talks to the ladies. He talks to the ladies. So yes, and so overall then I go to sleep and phone
What
on
you
fire.
go to sleep to?
Myself.
Yeah, we.
I go and I light a candle.
Oh,
Me
Then
too.
that's how when I go home, I like all candles.
it look like
Yeah.
a seance going on.
Yeah, like I light a candle. I light a candle. I got a diffuser now. I put okay, when I say this wrong. How you say eucalyptus?
That's what you
Yeah,
said.
you
That's what I was
can
gonna say.
I put eucalyptus in my diffuser, and I promise it clears my nostrils, and because I have sinuses real bad, it clears my nostrils and everything. And I wake up like, dang, hallelujah, and then I'm back to it again. So yeah. So
And I know something I listened to when you said something about the audiobooks podcast. So I really got into podcasts, but like if you just randomly look on like Apple, Spotify, does Tidal have podcasts on there?
No,
I don't know. Okay. Yeah. So pretty much I look, I got to work Tidal, Jay-Z.
they not free.
For the culture. I was like, if I'm okay for Apple, I'm pretty Tidal.
Well, I feel left out, so that's not normal.
It's okay. But podcasts, that's something new I've gotten into probably. I guess when I kind of started doing podcasts, that opened me up to more listening to them. And it's just people talking. You don't realize how much you connect to different people around the world. So that's another thing. Sometimes when I drive home, I'm not trapping it out.
Okay.
I'm listening to podcasts.
Okay. Yes, because I feel like podcasts do open you up to new environments and just get to know new people. Because one of my favorite podcasts is Slay Girl Slay. I don't know that.
I'm not really a podcaster.
Yeah, you gotta get into it.
I did the read. I listened to like the read, and then it's something else somebody got me into that I was listening to. I mean, I think they're good though.
Yeah, you just gotta connect to like certain people, but it's just certain people I like to listen to for like always keeping me balanced. I like to listen to a lot of stuff that keeps me balanced because like when we have so much going on, I like to stay balanced. So a lot of stuff that gets me out of sync, I can't do it because I know that's me growing up. Because at first I used to be like, I used to be like that all the
What
time.
does that mean?
Like just I was always like all over the place. Like I was like, and it just did not bring me any type of peace. Like I was just all over the place.
Active?
Yeah, I'm like very active and just like a hamster in the wheel. Like people used to say I was a hamster in the wheel, and now that I've gotten older, I'm like, this is me. Like I'm moody or whatever, but I'm more like chill and relaxed. Like more chill and relaxed. So it's like okay. And then the type
I'm moody. Oh, I'm moody. I'm a Gemini and I'm moody.
Oh.
And that's okay. And that's okay. And that's talking about what's normal since the topic is what's normal. I mean, for me, that's my personality. You may get, sweetest pie Benita. You may get turned up Benita. You may get, I'm just trying to get my stuff focused Benita. You may get funny, comical, but it just depends on what you're gonna get that day.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm a Gemini, so I own it. That's where I
Hey, that's
am.
normal.
That's
Are you
normal.
good?
That's
I'm
normal.
a Scorpio.
Well, I'm a Libra, so I'm bringing the balance. That's why I'm in the
Yeah, you know that's a good point. A balance.
I bring the balance. All this, it's no turmoil. It's just
Peace.
That's so funny.
so yeah. So is there anything else y'all ladies want to add to what's being normal in the lives or whatever?
I'm trying to think what goes on. I mean, I think this probably being normal is something I think a lot of people, kids deal with. And like, I felt like in elementary, junior high school, normal was, that's when you were so worried about, oh, I'm not fitting in.
Yeah.
I think once I went off to college and I kind of started knowing who I was,
Yeah.
if somebody don't like me, okay, and keep going. Like, yeah, I think what's normal is not expecting everyone to like you.
Yes.
Or you're supposed to be different. We're all created to be different.
Yeah.
So to me, you shouldn't want to be normal. If you're normal, you know what are you here for?
Yeah.
But I think that, I mean, because like you said, I think we all went through that, like growing up, like
Yeah.
not feeling normal.
Mhm.
And I'm also a teacher, so I deal with that a lot. Like the kids, like if somebody, you can always tell that one kid who's a little bit quirky, or like kids kind of pick on them
Yeah.
because they don't fit in. And I think that we have to teach kids young, you know, like we have to set that precedent of it's okay to not be like everybody else.
Yeah.
But it's hard because, like, even me as a teacher, there are certain policies and procedures that you have to follow in the classroom so that your classroom runs smoothly. But then at the same time, you're trying to teach kids, like, it's okay to, like, if everybody gets a pink piece of paper, it's okay for you to get green because you want green, you know? But they see everybody else
And they fall.
and they fall in line with what everybody else does. So, I mean, I think that goes with society as well. Like, we're kind of robotic, you know? So, like, with, like, work and, you know, school and things like that. So, it's hard to accept yourself. Like, it's hard to realize, like, okay, my normal is this. Like, I'm a creator. Like, how you know, like, you do your podcast and, you know, you have this. So, I think it's a hard concept. Like, it's easy for us to talk about it, like, oh yeah, my normal is this now. But the process of getting to your normal.
That is true. Because I did notice when I was growing up, I don't think any of us know ourselves. And I feel like at the age, I'm 33, I'll be 34, and I turn 11. I feel like now, I know who I am. I still battle with certain things because people will say stuff to me or whatever. That's just us being humans. And like, you know, I just used to take on what everybody used to say, but when I had started doing counseling or whatever, counseling really helped me to do homework and be like, yo, this is you, rock with it. If they don't like it, they're not for you. So at the end of the day, when you get older, you really start to find out who you are because you have to actually learn, look at the person in the mirror because at the end of the day, it's just you. You came in this world by yourself, you leaving by yourself. So at the end of the day, you got to really put in work for yourself. And if you don't put in the work for yourself, you're gonna always bow down to what people in this world have to say. So you gotta be, what did Nipsey Hussle say? What's his favorite word? Yes. You gotta be like that. If you're not, like, he died behind that or whatever. So I like to follow people who are about, you know, being them and, you know, just being you and rocking with you because at the end of the day, I'd rather die for something. What is it saying? You rather die
or something than live for
Basically.
everything.
Yes.
Something
Something
like that.
like that. So yeah, I'm just saying all these saying now, but y'all got me.
We got where you're going with it. And I like where we're going with the process of getting to your normal.
Yes.
That in itself is, I guess, what is your process? I know you talked about counseling, but like, I'm really sitting here trying to think about what was like my process of getting to normal. And I don't have an exact answer right now, so I'm deferring to y'all until I can come back. I mean, what's the process of like?
There's really, and I hear when people say a process. It's not a process. It's how you want to go about it. Like what you gonna put into it, because it's about what you put into it. And if you don't put in that work to become who you want to be, you're gonna be stuck. And I was always in neutral because it was like, oh, this is me. My mom and dad want me to do this. And it's like, just disbobulate or whatever the case may be. So when I broke down like a year ago, I shut down from social media because social media is so negative. It depending on how you use social media, it can be so freaking negative, whatever the case may be. So it's like that's why I always ferocious and anything I post for content, it's always about follow people who you get positive vibes off of, and if they're negativity or whatever, because everything that's on social media is not what it is. So at the end of the day, don't look at what those people have. Look at what you have, because at the end of the day, you wake up every single day, you get to make a difference in your life, whatever the case may be. You have so many things that people who are not alive, and people who are even alive, they're not alive. Some people are dead, just walking around. So it's your process. It's not a process. It's your journey, like you said. So once you figure out what you're gonna do, you're gonna be all right. Okay. By the grace of God, you'll be just fine. So
yeah, and when this on the journey, it's a journey, and I say journey because do you really, now I just thought of something. So with the journey. Journey is me getting to my normal is again just being me. I get up every day with I'm going to be me.
Yeah.
And it's really a journey, not a process.
Yeah.
Because you're always on a journey. Yeah. I'm on a journey until I'm in the grave. And I'm always
that's how
achieving. I'm trying to do this. I don't care if I'm going somewhere. I'm on a journey. My life is a journey.
Yeah, that it is. What about you, Stacey? You got anything to put on?
I mean, I would just piggyback off of what both of you guys said. I think I know you have to realize that something's wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like to be able to get to your normal or become comfortable with who you are.
Yeah.
Like you said, like you were on a hamster wheel. I think I felt at one point like I'm not progressing.
Yeah.
Or why do I consume what other people say about me so much? Like why does it mess up my day? Or if somebody's like, ugh, I don't like them shoes. Then it's like,
don't get me started.
well, and I try on these shoes. That's terrible.
I could go into a whole I'm not gonna do it. Not today.
But certainly, you feel a certain way, and then somebody comes along and it's like, ugh, you don't have no rhythm. But I'm dropping it.
But you know what? That is so funny because you said being normal affects your, like I said, it's mental, it's physical.
Yeah.
And for me, I wear what I want to wear. No one can tell me. Look, if I want to go wear some $20 shoes, I'm gonna go wear me some $20 shoes.
$9.99 store.
Now I also like designer shoes because if I want to go spend $2,000, I'm never gonna do that because that's what I like and what I want to do.
Yeah.
So you can't be worried about how you dress. Oh, I don't like that outfit you got on. Okay, well I didn't put it on for you today. I put it on for me.
And then
So,
a lot of times I think that people hate because they can't be like you, and that's where the confidence.
That needs to be another session. That's a whole other session. We don't have enough time today to talk about that topic. I could go, yes, because sometimes you just bring your normal self, and someone's like, ooh, I don't like her because she just walked in the room and I like her. Okay, I'm just being myself. I don't know. I can't. What I call it, I always tell people, don't try to humble yourself down and make somebody else's ego feel better because they're uncomfortable with your normalness. You just
Basically, you're being you, and so they want to hate you, but you actually love me. I don't have a problem giving you, hey girl, I got this from Express. You want to know I make it? That's why I always be hashtagging. And you gonna know what I got on. You gonna know what I got on. CC training, the girl get me right. We got Bonita over here. She doing champagne. She got the suits and stuff. I'm gonna let you know what everybody's doing. It's called We Get Together. We gonna connect. That's what Ferocious is about. We gonna connect. And with that being said, I want to thank my lovely panel ladies, Cece and Benita, for coming through. And I hope that you guys got what you needed from the Let's Begin the Conversation.
We didn't.
What's our closing? We should close out with each one of us give advice on our we can't close it out and then not give them something to take. Just the closing, if you were somebody struggling with right now to be normal, they're struggling to be normal, what advice would you give them if this is the only moment you had to tell them something? they're struggling to be normal. Like, what advice would you give?
Okay, well, you go ahead.
Oh, I got to go first. So, so I would say if you're struggling with finding your normal, take a moment to yourself. Maybe it could be 5 minutes, it could be an hour. Think about your values, what's important to you. Start there. The exercise I did was I picked 5 things that I valued in my life. That could be, I could tell you off top, family. That includes my marriage, traveling, being financially, and people say financial, thinking about having money. No, financially stable, meaning I'm able to provide for my family, not just my immediate family, my cousins, my nieces. And what was my other one? I forgot. Oh, being healthy mentally and physically.
Yes.
So I know those are my values. So I set out my day with finding balance in all 5 of those, and that usually defines, like, help me get towards my normal. I know that's what my focus is every day when I get up. So that's what I'm focused on: my family, traveling, being healthy mentally and physically. So that's where my focus is. And if you focus on your values, your normal usually comes out of that.
Yeah.
That would be my advice.
Okay, Cece.
Mine would be to find something that you really, really love and do it well. Like, learn how to do it really, really well. Like, even if it's something that you suck at right now. Like, taking photos. Like, I want to be, like, I have a camera to be a photographer, and I like to be creative.
Yeah.
So, but I suck at it. Like,
Yeah.
I really suck at it. So, like, when I take it down, I'm like, really pissed off. To be like, on an iPhone, you can really,
Yeah.
anyways. So,
But she took great pictures of me today. So.
but see, on the iPhone, I got you.
Oh.
I have on a camera.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I'm on like a real camera.
Okay.
or whatever.
Okay.
So, I mean, I would just say just find something that you really love. Like, if it's painting or, like doing podcasts or whatever.
Yeah.
And then learn how to do it well.
Yes.
Like, do whatever it takes to do that well. And along that way, then you'll find yourself.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
just do something you really love.
Okay, and I know people like to say that, what is the word? People say your pain can be your passion. So sometimes you gotta take the negativity of things that you look at and you got to get the positive out of it. So use your pain to get you where you want to be. Like she said, she doesn't like she wants to learn how to take pictures or whatever. She better get that camera, go take those pictures, and you're gonna learn trial and error. You're gonna pick out the pictures you like because what you see, someone else won't see. So that's what you need to do. And with you saying that it's a process, you have core values. A lot of people don't have core values. So at the end of the day, those are you guys taking your negative things and making them to positive, and that's basically what I have done for myself, and that's why I'm Candace. It has nothing to do with normal, weird. I'm Candace, and if you don't like Candace, don't know what to tell you.
So there you have it.
So, peace out.